Hello and welcome again to Authentic Traveling Podcast. On this episode, I've got very special guests. Like I always say, my guests, they are the best. So I'm going to allow my guests introduce themselves. So please, can you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do and anything we need to know about you.
Hello, everyone listening to me. My name is Foyeke Alibalogun, and I'm a program development lead. I work for a financial institution. Also, data business lead. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an author. I'm a singer, songwriter. Um, I do event planning, management, hosting, like MC as well. And I'm also a pastor.
Wow,
So and
fantastic.
also a radio, yeah, and also a radio host. So I host my radio show on every Saturday, 10 a.m. on radio.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Wow. You wear so many hats.
Yes, I do.
And that will come with so many experiences. Thank you so much for honoring my invitation. I really do appreciate your time you've
You're very
given me.
welcome.
All right. Before we start our discussion, I just wanted to find out, can you, because a lot of people, parenthood kind of change the trajectory of their life. And I'm
Mm.
talking in relation to work aspect. Being a parent, how would you say this has affected, the trajectory of your work experiences or your work life?
Um, to be honest, I don't think I've had any bad experience.
Mm,
All what I did when my children were younger was, to be honest, I wasn't earning much, but I used money to buy comfort because I have a focus and I
mm,
have ambition. So what I did then was I had a living nanny
mm.
because my husband has to go to work as well. So I ensure that I have a living nanny and to look after my children. That was what I did.
Right.
So, and then I managed to instill the discipline that I need or I needed to do on my children. So I won't hire one nanny today and because of their
Yeah.
rebellion, and then the nanny will disappear tomorrow. So
Mm,
yeah, that was what I did because I wanted to build a career, and I knew what could have affected me is, whilst, raising my family, I would not be able to balance it. So I
mm.
made sure that I put what I needed in place.
Right.
So I've not had any too difficult. I'm not saying that, occasions do come that I have to stay at home because of
Mm.
children is sick or something like that, but, or, on a minimal level. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I hear you say there is that as a parent, it is good to set appropriate systems in place that work well with you. Because
100.
like you said, the children can be ill. You don't know when that will happen. So you have to
Exactly.
step up. And if you are really career oriented, then you have to create a system that work with you, that suit your family and all of that stuff. That's fantastic. Um, you know,
100%.
in the UK, it said work related stress around 8,700,000 UK workers suffer from work-related stress, depression, or anxiety annually, according
Mm,
to the Mental Health Foundation. And they said this lead to 17.1 million working days lost per
mm,
year. You can
yeah.
see the amount of loss. And among people experiencing stress, 61% reports anxiety, 51% reports depression. So work related stress is also lead to burnout as well, and
Mm,
it leads to emotional destruction and low well-being, with 47% struggling, according to SIUK Limited.
mm,
So my question is, I met you in a place in an event where we're both speakers, and you spoke on certain things, and I just thought, no, we need to get this message loud
mm,
and clear to many people to see. And I know even myself, I know I've had work-related issues, and I know different people have had, like in counseling, I work with loads of people that have had work related issues.
mm.
But there were some points that you were sharing. I want you to share strategic ways that we can use to navigate, toxic work environment that will potentially lead to stress that is chronic.
Oh, thank you for that question. I'm not going to sit down here and not tell you and say to you that, oh, I've not gone through one thing or the other at
Hmm.
work, you know. Um, But what I did then was I ensured I built on my character first.
Hmm.
Okay. I ensured that I go to work happy every morning,
Hmm.
regardless of whatever I'm going to face at work or whatever I face at home or
Hmm.
whatever issue that it is. As soon as I enter the building of my workplace, I'm a different person.
Hmm.
So I make sure I smile. I say hello to everybody. Even if you don't respond, I'll still say hello to you.
Hmm.
And you always see me either humming a song or sing a song or something like that.
Yeah.
So I have always been a person like that. And funnily enough, when I get to my place of work, because I worked in different sector, housing, social care, I worked in banks, and anytime I and local authority, and anytime I get to work, they know somebody enter
Hmm.
because even if I laugh, the whole building will know somebody's laughing. Is laughing, and I ensure that my laughter was infectious.
Yeah.
So I built on my character to be good. You don't lose anything being good. Be
Hmm.
good to everybody. Say hello, not only when you need them, you want to talk to people, you
Hmm.
know. Say hello to people on the left, on the right, the concierge, those who are at the entrance, the security. Just say hello, just be good. Another thing that I did was I built on my skills.
Hmm.
I gained knowledge. I ensure that I am grounded in my area of expertise.
Yeah.
So they need me.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
ensure that they will need me one
Hmm.
way or the other.
Yeah.
I make sure that when I talk, I make sense.
Hmm.
Even if I don't make sense, I study the room. So when you get to a particular room, you have people there, study the room, listen. Don't just talk because you have to talk. So those are the skills that I built on. I ensure in doing all that, I was building relationship and networking, which is
Hmm.
very important.
Yes.
In my current place of work, I've worked in about 4 departments
Hmm.
because my place of work is that good that you can move around, you can develop your
Ah.
skills and then
Yeah.
move to another department that you've got skills to
Yeah.
work. And if I need anything in operations, now I work as an IT expert.
Yes.
If I need anything in operation because I started in operations, I know who to call. If they don't
Hmm.
have my answer, they will link me to somebody.
Yeah.
But if I've been a bad colleague to them when I was in operation, or I don't say hello to them or whatever, they won't listen to me. They won't answer.
Absolutely.
So you need that to build that network, you know,
Hmm.
attribute.
Yeah.
Be able to build network. Another thing is in building network, that is where you get a mentor and that is where you got a sponsor.
Yes.
So that obviously will navigate you to where you're going, and highly possibly your level of stress will reduce, because when you get to a new place or you have a new project or you have a particular work that you have to do, you may not know everything. You may not
Hmm.
even know it.
That's true.
When I don't know something, I don't 100%, I don't say I don't know it. I'll say, well, I don't know it, but I'll go and look for a solution. If
Yes.
I need support, I'll come back to you.
Hmm.
So I never turn down challenges. I never say no. Either, remember I said I'm a pastor.
Yeah.
I don't say no to when I have to do something for God.
Hmm.
I can only say, okay, can we adjust our time to what time that is suitable for me? Because, like you said, I don't want to burn out. So I
Yes.
know the time to rest. I know the time to be active. I know the time that I need to be there for my husband and my children. You
Hmm.
understand? So
Yes.
I know the time to network. I know where I need to be. I know that I need to find people that our value aligns.
Hmm.
So Those are the things, those are the attributes, those are the skills that I was able to gather. I ensure that at every stage of my career, I gain knowledge, I gain skills.
Mm.
Because you may be good to people, but if you don't have what it takes for you to be in that space,
Yeah,
you are not useful to them.
absolutely.
So those are the
Absolutely.
things you got to be able to aggregate everything, marry
Mm.
everything together to be able to get to where you're going and not burn out at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah. I love the way you just kind of when you said marry everything together, you interweave everything together. You said you started with yourself because the truth is we do not have the power to control other
Mm,
people. The
that's right.
only one we know how to control is ourself, and it starts with
100%.
us. So when you said you work on your own character, it's so important because there are a lot of people that their emotions are the things that topple them over. So when you don't work on your emotions, you are in an environment where system is king. And then you are
Yeah,
going there, you're throwing tantrum.
yeah,
Nobody is going to see the value that you bring when your emotion
that's
robs you
right.
of opportunities. So we have to check ourselves, make sure you know how to manage your own self and build
Yeah,
good character.
yeah,
And then the second one, and good character, for example, I thought I would throw this here, is listening to understand is part of it rather than respond. Be
yeah,
patient, but slow to speak and just study the room. That is so
100%.
important. Read the room. Know when to
Mm,
talk and know when not to talk. Because
mm,
sometimes we get carried away with our knowledge. And we talk, 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 talk when your boss is talking. You should read the room and know when to be quiet. So that when
100%.
you bring that value, everybody will be willing to receive it
That's
because you
it.
are speaking at the right time. You also
Mm,
talk about knowing the gap. I'm paraphrasing that, your knowledge gap. Make sure you are building on yourself. Personal
mm.
development is so important. Keep
It's
building
your
on yourself.
responsibility.
That's right. Whereby you bring
Mm,
value. You use the word, you said, because they need me.
mm.
I love that word. They need me. They need me. They need my value. So good
Mm,
character is there, but also build on it. Have value so that they just go, oh, this person is good. No, the value that you bring, they need it. That's the
yeah.
word you use. So for those that are listening, the value that you bring in your workplace, do you even know the value you bring? Do you know how to present this so that they will know that this person is the go-to when it comes to this? And you
Mm-hmm.
kind of make everything work together as a team.
Mm,
They also talk about building network. Network is so important. Learn to form network in different places. Don't just know people in your department. Get
mm,
to know other people so that you can liaise in a very smooth and tidy way as well. That is so good. And he says something, I will tie this to inner harmony. I'm very big on inner harmony because I believe that
mm.
when you function from the inside out, there's so many external factors out to create chaos in our life. But when you
Yeah.
function from the inside, it's so important.
Mm,
Knowing when to create that harmony. You use that word, you know what your husband need when your husband need you. You know when your children need you. You know when you need to rest as well in order for
mm.
you to create that harmony. So while you're also looking after work, you're also looking after yourself. So that you're
That's
going
right.
to work in a rested way. You're not going to
Mm.
work already stressed and then you're like a time bomb waiting to be exploded.
That's true.
We don't want that. So you use the word mentor and sponsorship. What is the difference for those people that don't know the difference? Who is a mentor and who is a sponsor?
So I believe mentor is someone that has what you need
Hmm.
that you don't have, that has what you need. You don't have it. She
Yeah.
has it. And you are ready to learn
Yeah. So as
from
a
a
result of
mentor
experience, right? Maybe from
as a result
experience.
of
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
in whatever phase,
Yes.
either physical, either career wise, either
Mm,
spiritual.
mm.
The person has more knowledge. It's like SME,
Yes.
subject matter expert,
Yes.
and you need that. So you are ready to submit yourself under that person, under a tutelage or his tutelage,
Mm.
to take you to um to gain knowledge of how he gets or she gets to where she is that you
Yes.
aspire.
Yes.
Sponsorship is someone that already know your capability
Mm-hmm.
and that can speak for you at the round table of discussion.
Mm. That's right.
Because you see, either in leadership, either in wherever in organization, they
Yes,
talk about you. The
that's
leaders
right.
talk about you.
Yes.
You need somebody to say, oh,
This episode is sponsored by ASEP Consultancy, a home of personal transformation for the mind, body, and soul. If you are ready to rise above burnouts, move away from depression, heal anxiety, break free from traumatic emotional pain, and live with confidence, in order for you to gain clarity, for you to move from surviving to thriving, why don't you visit our website www.asebconsultancy.com. We'll support you through counseling, life coaching, and other trauma recovery programs, grief courses, and we even offer one at a time therapy. All of these services is available virtually, so you do not even have any excuse of saying you do not want to leave your home. You have everything from the comfort of your home. Will support you to move from surviving to thriving. Before you go, have you subscribed yet? Like, share, and comment on what resonates with you so far on this episode. If you have not done so, why don't you just click that button now? Thank you. Back to the program now.
For those of you out there that are wondering, oh, what is a mentor? I've heard about the word. What is a sponsor? A mentor is supposed to be there to be dishing out gifts to you and all of those stuff. We are talking about career right now. A
mm,
mentor has been through that. So with their experiences, with what they've seen, the foresight that they have, they're
mm.
using it to guide you. So for people right now that are finding it challenging in the workplace, what can they do to get a mentor to start with before we get to sponsor? What can they do? What are the things they can do, or where can they find a mentor?
You know, a lot of times as human being, I think one of our challenges is we tend to kind of, I don't want to use the word envy or
Mm,
jealous or
mm,
somebody that you know that is better than you.
mm,
But in workplace, honestly, it's not going to lead you anywhere. you know. So when you see that somebody knows or have what you don't have, be humble enough to say, can I learn this?
mm.
When you know that person has the character, the knowledge, the skills that you don't have,
Yeah,
be humble enough to say, can you be my mentor? Because I know that I have gaps in this area and I've seen you consistently or occasionally be successful in this area.
yeah.
Can you support me so that I would learn from you?
Mm,
Because to be honest, everybody is busy at workplace. They don't, nobody has your time.
yes.
And if you don't ask, you don't get.
Mm,
So when you ask, you will get.
yeah,
So even and you can have more than one mentor.
yeah.
And the reason is because if one is busy, you have another one.
Yes.
I have so many mentors in my place of work. I have mentors outside my place of work. I
Yeah,
know when I have issues like, oh, maybe I have a project and I don't quite understand it, but I don't want to I'm not going to say no, to challenges. I've got to look for a solution. I
yes.
believe I'm a solution provider. I
Mm,
go to my mentor. I've seen you do this. How can I do this? And as a matter of fact, most times I realize that not that I don't know that thing, is probably how to navigate to get to that space. So
yeah,
by the time both of us start talking, I realize, in fact, it will be me that will be saying, "Oh, we do it this way, we do it this way," and they were like, "You know this thing already?" I say, "Yeah, well, I don't know that I know it, or I don't know how to navigate." So that is what the job of a mentor is. So I would advise, don't go to mentor that you have to gossip or talk about somebody or put
mm,
somebody down, somebody that can add value to your life.
yes.
So be humble enough to submit to that person. It does not matter how long it is for. Sometimes you need a mentor for 3 months, six
Mm,
months, because you see the person today, you might not see the person tomorrow.
yes,
So,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. I absolutely love the part where you said sometimes you go to your mentor, but you end up finding the solution by yourself. That's what I
yeah,
call a sandboard.
yeah,
Because you are using them as a sandboard and they
yeah,
are asking you the right question, you see that they
that's it.
draw it out of you. Isn't that
Yeah.
powerful? And even
Yeah.
you'll be surprised that, oh, okay,
Exactly.
I know this particular
I
because they
have a
drew
mentor
it
that
out
will
of you.
always tell me, you know this thing. Sis, you know this thing. I'm like,
Mm,
are you sure I know it? Yeah, you know these things. And then before you know it, I've done it myself. I finished the whole
yeah.
thing myself. And I'm like, and she will say, you see, I told you you know it. You know?
Wow. That is absolutely amazing. I love that. I love that. So you are not there for those of you that are looking for mentor. Please don't go and be waiting for them to dream for you, for them to breathe for you, for them to do
Mm,
everything. We are saying go to them. They can be your igniter. They can be your
mm,
midwife, but
yeah.
they are not supposed to just throw things on your feet. You are
Mm-hmm,
supposed to go there. So there are different ways a mentor can help you. So please
mm.
let's also remember that. Now, let's go to sponsor because personally, I know the value of a sponsor. No, seriously,
Yeah.
I know the value of a sponsor. Like in anything that I do, I've always like if it's a job, I've always applied for it. If it's a contract, I've always done that, apply for it and all of that stuff. Until even the
Mm.
sponsor, a sponsor will not tell you I'm your sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's start with that. A sponsor will not tell you I'm a sponsor, but it
No.
is the way you are presented, the value that you carry,
Yeah.
that will make the person automatically step in to being your sponsor.
Mm.
So don't go and meet people and say, be my sponsor. You don't always ask sponsor. They take
Um,
on that responsibility by themselves. So I'll give you an
mm-hmm.
example. So there was a position, a role that was coming up. I didn't even know about it. And this person had mentioned my name so many times. First, they invited me to the research group and I joined. As in just from, oh, Sonia did this, Sonia did that, Sonia did
Mm.
this, and that was how they invited me. And then when I got there, there was a position that was coming up again. The same thing. Person mentioned my name, and I got there all prepared. I thought I was going to interview for the role, and they were just like, "Okay, these are the days. I want you to do this for about 3 days. When would you be available?" And I'm like thinking, when would they ask the question? When are they going to ask question? So what has happened? The person has already spoken so much about my ability that they
Mm.
automatically saw me and that role like this person can
Yeah.
do it. So there's no point asking all this question. They have demonstrated it in front of this person, and then she's capable of doing it. And that was how I got
Mm.
it. So when I finished, and they're like, I gave them, I can do this day, I can do this day, and that was it. So when I got to the car, I was sitting there, did he even ask me any question? That was when it dawned on me the power of a sponsor. So please talk us
Mm.
through sponsorship on how to harness that power.
Okay, like you rightly said, a sponsor will not tell you, I'm going to be your sponsor.
Hmm,
And you cannot ask somebody, please be my sponsor.
hmm,
So I'm going to narrate a story for you. So in one of my roles, um, I felt like I needed a kind of a promotion, you know, and I've done what I could have done. I have skills. I do the job of like four people. I handle like four projects at the same time, worth of millions of pounds, you know. And then I felt like, okay, it's a time for me to move up. But then it wasn't happening. You
hmm,
know, I discussed with the manager, all of them, you know, like you said, everything keeps, you know, it wasn't happening.
hmm,
So I have a friend who she's very diligent in what she does. Everybody knows her. She's
hmm,
good at what she does. And then I've told her about what I'm going through and what my aspiration is. So this lady just, so we have, and this is about networking as well.
yeah,
So we have a group of Black professionals group in my place of work,
yeah,
well recognized. So they just posted it there that, oh, anybody wants promotion in the area where I work, in my area of my expertise. But what they ask is two posts higher than myself.
yeah.
The policy in my place of work is you cannot jump to. You have to get to 5 before you get to 6.
That's right.
So I said, I'm not sure because I know by policy it won't happen anyway.
Hmm,
So my first friend now contacted me, said, oh, are you still looking for this role? I said, yes, but it looks like it's too two rows higher. I'm not sure. He said, just send me your CV. And another thing I want to point out at this junction is always update your CV.
Mm.
Don't wait till when you need a job, because otherwise, so many skills you have gained, so many experience you have gained, you will forget about them, you will lose them. And those are the things. Your CV is your number one marketer that will sell you, even to get to an assessment stage or interview stage.
Mm.
So I always update my CV, so I don't even have to wait, to say, oh, I'm coming, I will do it, give it tomorrow. No, I fired out my CV. And then another lady saw the same post. They are on the same post.
Yeah.
Like band 6, I was on band 4. Oh, do you anybody want this? I said, yeah, but I know the policy. They just said, fire me your CV. Both of them know this particular lady that is looking for somebody.
Yeah.
So both of them fired my CV at the same time and
Wow.
spoke for me. So the lady messaged me and said, can we meet? Can we talk on the phone, on Teams? So we did. He said, when first person sent my CV to her, she was like, okay, impressive CV. And then the second person sent the same CV, and then she was wondering that, how come two people recommending one person? You must be doing something right.
Mm.
I said, well, I'm trying my best. This is it. He said, tell me your story. I told her everything I've done. He said, but come on, you are not even speaking like a band 4. You are speaking like a band 6 that she needed.
Wow.
But she could not move me to band 6 because of policy. So I have to stay on band 5. But she told me, she said, I don't know what it's going to be. We're going to advertise this role, apply for it, and then I will interview you. We did the interview. After the interview, she said to me, she said, you know what? I wish I could have made the jump, because everything you have done in your project is not even for your level. But you know what? I will speak for you. This lady spoke for me at the table of decision,
Mm.
and I got a job.
Wow.
I worked on that project, what, about almost maybe 30-40 million pounds. I worked on it. To be honest, I didn't even know I was doing that much, because when you are used to doing something like this, magnanimous,
Yeah.
and they gave you something of the same size, you don't even feel it. You don't
Mm.
know, because it's like they kind of see your value more than yourself. You
Mm.
don't know how much you've got. And this lady, I did the project for 6 months. At that time, there was a redundancy going on for such of my area. Instead of them to let me go, this lady spoke to another person
Mm.
and said they should get me the job. And this new lady just said, because at that time I lost my mom, so I was on a bereavement leave. So by the time I came back, I just met the new manager, and the new manager kept saying, oh, so person said this about you. So person said this about you. And I'm thinking, what did she say? They couldn't tell me what she said. And I'm
Mm.
like, okay. In that role, I'm still there more than a year, and this my manager will still not stop talking about what this person said.
Mm.
And then the last time we spoke, she said, this person does not work with lazy people. This person does not work with those who do not know what they are doing. And this person spoke so much about you, and I met it like that. I can validate it, and you have even moved beyond expectation.
Wow.
So that is the thing. Let your skills value. One of my friend, my very, very good friend, said to me one, and I'm going to leave that, maybe use that to round up, so I will keep talking.
Yeah.
My
Wow.
friend said, whilst you are busy looking down, doing your job, lift up your head once in a while. Otherwise, opportunity will pass you by.
Wow.
So, in your space, don't be slothful. You think people don't notice? You think people don't know you? People see.
Mm.
Talk to people, network when you need to network, and talk. Don't say, oh, it's not people like me they don't need. You don't know how much you carry until you find yourself in that space. Whilst you are busy doing what you should do, what they pay you to do. Lift up your head one sometimes. See, because you don't want opportunity to pass you by.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with that.
Wow, that's just amazing. At the end of the day, you have three sponsors. Did you see that?
Three. Exact. In fact, eventually, I have I have about five. I'm not gonna lie to you. In that space, eventually, in 1.5 years, in 1 year, actually, I have five.
You know what I talk about when preparation meets opportunity,
That's
success
it.
is inevitable. Because
Mm.
imagine, because what I hear you say there, you always prepare your CV.
Yeah,
But let's take a step back. What did you put in your CV? You must have worked on skills to put in your CV,
100%.
right?
I do that
So,
all the time.
yeah, for people that are out there, when was the last time you did a CPD? When was the last time you check yourself, you SWOT yourself, know your strength, your weakness, your opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
your threats? Don't just say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, this colleague is so good in everything. Yeah, our own is too much." Take your
Mm.
eyes off. What is the threat about that person?
Mind your own business,
Go and
more or
fill it
less.
up. Go and fill it up, right? Because
Yeah,
you can actually turn your threat into a strength if
that's
you
right.
go and do the right thing. The person is very good at doing a presentation with Excel. They know how to go up and above. They know how to liaise with other people. Then go and work on your personal relationship skills. Go and work in
Mm.
it. Do things in the community. Do things with people in your religious organization that will help you to be able to get that skills. It's not
That's
everything
it.
you pay for, but there are certain things you need to pay for. So know your strength, know your weakness, know so that you'll be able to grab your opportunity. Right?
Can I just add to what you said? I remember
Yes.
when I wanted to leave operation side and go into IT, it was during COVID.
Wow.
And at that point too, I was frustrated of working in operation. I
Mm,
wanted to advance, I'm somebody that likes to advance. In my place of work, they are, like I said, a good organization to work for. We have academy. There's always one training, one course to do free of charge.
wow.
And outside that, I have people, because during COVID everybody was doing group something. I leveraged on free training, LinkedIn, free training. Some people organize coaching, whatever. I leverage myself on that. I was training every little thing. Screenshot. When they were talking, I was screenshot. When they do this, I was screenshot. I revamped my CV
Mm,
based on the training that I have. I
yeah.
started looking for a job in that space. When I finally got an interview, I went to somebody that I know that's been a subject matter in that area.
Yeah.
I asked her, please spare me. I don't know how minutes you can spare me. I have an interview.
Mm,
We were there for 2 hours. It was saying, okay, you have to use star method. I don't know if people know about star process. Star method. This is the situation. This is the task. This is the action. This is the result. You need to mention if you encounter a challenge. How did you resolve it? What was the impact on you, on the customer, or the organization? By the time I finished, the paper that I used to I wrote the thing on was like about 5 full pages.
wow.
So in that space, like I said, exploit every opportunity that you have. Every opportunity you have, exploit them.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
yourself out there. Look
Yeah.
for knowledge. Knowledge is not going to look for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You've said so much there. So the
Mhm.
CV thing, make sure you have things like the content that you're going to put in your CV. So
Mm.
imagine those two women asking for your CV and you're saying, because we know that writing a CV is not something that you just katabush katabush. No, you have to
Mm.
ensure that it is It is succinct, but it says the things that you can do. So imagine when
Mm.
they ask you, the first person ask you, "Can you send me your CV?" You say, "Oh, I will send it," and then you are dilly dallying. You are not sending
Yeah.
it your time. The second person ask you again. You're like, "Oh, I'm going to send it," or you send her something that was not good. You would have missed two opportunities there.
That's it.
But because you were ready, you know exactly what you're saying. So when as she was receiving it, she saw value
Mm.
in your CV, and she knew you could
Mm-hmm.
measure up with the role
Mm-hmm.
that she wanted from you, right? So she
Mm.
was able to do that. So in a way, because she's seen the value now, and then she's giving you the opportunity, you've been able to do
Yeah.
it. She now also became a sponsor for you, telling
Yeah.
other people that, and the people
Yeah.
that she will tell are also telling other people. Can you see how you are building? So imagine maybe you have one in the admin, in different department, you have different sponsor.
Mm.
At the end of the day, the
Mm.
organization, the boss, the big boss up there is gonna know you because he would have heard your name if you want to say something in this department.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Abby. You know, at some point, I was involved in leadership meeting. You know, I found myself there and I'm not saying just leadership meeting, senior leadership meeting, MDs. I was the only person that had the lowest grade. And you know, one funny thing happened in that meeting one day. They finished up the meeting, and for whatever reason, I was jotting the points. You know, I was taking notes. I
Yeah,
don't know why I was doing that. I was not asked to do that. I don't know, I was just doing it.
yeah,
And when we finished the meeting, the MD, the CIO, this is the toppest of the toppest person, if I can say that, just messaged on the leadership chat, say, Foyeke Alibalogun, can you get minutes of the meeting and the action?
no.
I said, I didn't know what to do. I was like, whoa. She didn't even tell me. She didn't mention it earlier. She didn't. But you know what? Thank God. And
But
to
you
be
but you
honest,
know why she asked you, don't you? She saw
I,
you. You know when you said they always watch you. She saw you. I'm
hmm,
telling you, she saw you writing things down. That was the reason she asked for the minute of the meeting. Your proactive approach opened up
hmm,
more doors for you.
hmm,
Like you said, I bring value. She
hmm.
saw you taking that note. That was why
Yeah.
she requested for
And
it.
I was like, whoa. But
Wow.
well, I gave the minutes of the meeting. And then the next time he said, oh, there another senior meeting is going to be holding on. She will not be there. Get the minutes and the action for me. I'm like, okay. But you see, from that end, I gained another skill. I learned that you must be ready all the time. Either you are asked to do something or you were not asked. Be ready. You don't know where you will find yourself. You don't know amongst of who you are going to find yourself. Always ready.
Wow. I really, really like this. Thank you. Um, if you have been listening to this, please drop in the comment section what you have caught so far. There is so many golden nuggets in this discussion that I feel like you need to just sit down and recap right as you are going on. Always
Mm,
be ready. Don't just say, I'm there to do the job that they ask me to do. And that is that. You don't add any
mm,
other value. You are not proactive, but you just
mm,
want that thing to fall out your feet. It doesn't work like that. Preparedness
mm,
is very important. So please,
mm.
what is your final word on presenting yourself as a person of value so that you'll be able to navigate a culture of that is toxic or whatever things that is going on in the workplace.
Don't believe you can't do anything and don't agree to anybody say you can't be anything you want to be. Just dream it, work on it, and be ready for opportunity. I'm just going to say that don't believe, oh, it's because of my skin. No, no. If God wants you to be there, God is not going to come down from heaven and help you. You've got to do what is necessary. You may be a good person, you must be whatever, but you must have what it takes to be there. You must have skills, you must have emotional intelligence,
Mm.
you must have good attitude, and above all, I tell people, discipline. It's not enough for you to be smart to get to the top. What will let you remain there is discipline. So be disciplined. If they call a meeting, be there. Don't turn up 10 minutes after when you don't even have genuine excuse. It's understandable, when another meeting runs over. That's understandable. Always even write on the chat, oh, I apologize, my last minute run over and I cannot excuse myself. But
Mm.
don't just do the way you like. Be professional.
Yeah.
They pay you for something, deliver. Don't give excuse. Don't say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, just manage it like that. No, they cannot manage it like that. They pay you to do exact job. But like you said, you now want to get to that space, you must be ready to go beyond and
Yes.
above. You cannot just do basic like every other person. You must be ready to go beyond and above. Now, let's not assume that you were not recognized with all that you are doing. There's always a room to look to the right, to look to the left, and to look forward. You don't have to be there.
Mm.
Go to where you are valued. Go to
Mm.
where they will see your contribution.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to stay in that space. Some people will know your value. And that was
Yeah.
what happened to me. Where I am now, I don't know anything about data. But in the last 1 year, I've been doing the data work and God has been helping me. And I've been learning myself. I know that I cannot be in this space if I don't know anything about data. I've got to improve. I've got to go beyond and above. I've
Yeah.
got to face challenges. They throw challenges at me. I grabbed it with two hands, work on it, be successful, move to the next level. Don't
Mm.
be complacent. Don't
Yeah.
be, don't be don't be okay with the now situation or
Yeah.
with the now space. Don't be okay. Aspire.
You see, the Bible said the gift of a man
We make room for
will
him.
make room for him. He will stand before kings and
And not
face
with ordinary
ungodly
men.
men.
Yeah.
That's what I will use to sum up what you said. Thank you so, so much. I
Bless.
love it when I see people that align with my thought process. Now, for
Mm,
people that are thinking you don't understand, remember what she said. If they still do not appreciate you after you've done all, look left, look right, look forward.
mm,
You are not a tree.
that's right.
Prepare yourself to be able to move and take your value to where to be appreciated.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you so much again. But on this podcast, you always ask people, you are a busy woman, you wear so many hats. How do you rejuvenate that to ensure that you are glowing like this? What do you do to rejuvenate?
A couple of things to be honest, and I'm not going to sit down here and say I don't have support.
Mm.
So I have support of my husband. He supports me. So because he supports me, it makes things easy for me.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
So he supports me. And also, what I do is I go to my secret place, and that is God, where I draw strength. And I'm not going to tell you at some time that I don't face difficulties. If I need to cry, I cry.
Mm.
You know, I cry. I cry not because I have to cry. I cry because I just want to let go, But my crying is not because I am, how do I say this? I am weak or I don't know what to do because I know what
There's
I have.
strength in vulnerability, you know that. More strength in
Exactly.
vulnerability, yeah.
Exactly. So I cry because I'm telling God, I'm crying on your neck. I don't know how you will solve this thing because I don't have power to do it. I've done all I could do as human,
Yeah.
So I need your help. I need your strength. I know is the in everything that I do in life, I know I have to go back to him is the source.
Mm.
And then I like to sleep. When I have opportunity to sleep anywhere, even if you are drumming behind my ears, I don't hear you. I sleep. So don't do too much when you know you need to rest.
Yeah,
Because when you are sick, there's always a replacement.
that's right.
When you die, there's always a replacement. They cannot mourn you more than it's only your family that will mourn you for a couple of months.
Hmm.
Place of work, they will mourn you, they will miss you, but that doesn't mean the job will stop or the work will stop because of you. So when you need to rest, please take a rest.
Yeah.
Please take a rest. There's so many things that you still have to do that cut your life short when you don't rest. And that is the purpose of networking. You are struggling with something, you already have a mentor, you already have a group of friends that have the knowledge that you don't have. Go to them and ask them.
Yeah.
And these days is even good. Google is your friend, YouTube is your friend,
Yeah.
AI is your friend. So utilize every opportunity around you so you will not burn out. You
Yes.
need to. So I kind of do that when I don't have anything to do. I'm in my house. Sometimes I'm upstairs in my room and I don't come downstairs for a whole day. I'm
Mm.
just there.
Yeah.
I watch TV if I have to watch TV. I listen to music because I love music. I write my own songs and I listen to other music. I do that. So
Yeah.
when you don't have to work, don't. I know some people they cannot do without working. It does not
Mm.
have to be like that.
Yeah.
So when you don't have to work, abandon the work. Even if you cannot cook because you are tired, sometimes, not all the time, because I cook. I cook a lot. I love cooking.
Yeah.
And I've got boys. You imagine how boys eat, all boys. So I find myself as a cook at the same time, or chef. But you know one thing I did again? I trained them how to cook.
Yes. That's
So
beautiful.
sometimes I tell them, I said, I'm on strike. If you guys like, cook. If you like, make me starve. If you like, give me food. If you like, don't give me food. Sometimes I stylishly blackmail them, you know. So I did that so to train them so they cook. So
Mm.
even if I'm tired, I don't want to cook, they cook. If they
Yeah.
cannot cook, we will do takeaway or take out.
Yeah.
So we must be able to find balance so
Yeah.
that even when you now get to that place you are going, you are in
Yeah.
good health to
Yes.
enjoy whatever God has placed before you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Foyeke. I like your authenticity. That's why we call it authentic driving driving podcast. Because at the end of the day, we cannot just be doing like we are boss lady, boss lady. If you want to
Nah,
cry, crying is very therapeutic. If you want to ask for support, ask for support. Don't
that's
die
it.
in silence. There
That's
is
it.
no, and if you are afraid that people will laugh at you, let them laugh. It is okay. It is okay. Thank you
Everybody is
so
entitled to their opinion.
that's right. Thank you for keeping it real or true.
Yeah.
I really appreciate talking to you today.